Good evening. It is an unique privilege and honor for me to welcome our chief guest, special guest, panel speakers, honorable SSDC members, campus ambassadors, volunteers, students, and audience from home and abroad. Assalamu alaikum.
So now I like to introduce Mr. Adnan Sohail, seasoned learning and career consultant from Dubai. We want to hear from him about career planning. Are you there, sir?
Hello, everyone, and good evening from Dubai. I hope, like everyone is asking the same question, that people can hear me and watch me. Is it so?
Yes, we can
Yes.
hear you loud and clear.
Sounds good. So, first, I truly, with the core of my heart, I appreciate this opportunity to speak with this forum, and I truly appreciate the effort which SSDC Bangladesh is doing in order to introduce and promote soft skills, which personally is something I will say is my favorite topic. Morning till evening, talking with individuals, working with organizations. Since last 12 years, I'm based here in Dubai. I have worked with top 500 companies. I have worked even with the small and medium size, and even I have worked with individuals who are just growing up and they are going to start their professional life. So there are studies over studies, researches over researches that people are preparing themselves with the technical knowledge, whether it's in the university or at their workplace. They learn more and more technical knowledge. But what thing which unintentionally, or maybe these skills are so much basic, people just forget about these things. Parents, teachers, schools, no one talk about these soft skills. So while all these great panelists and contributor before me, they were talking about importance of soft skills, I will not make you people bored by talking again same things, that what is soft skill and what is its importance. But the topic which we are having today, that importance of soft skills in the era of fourth industrial revolution, and particularly we are talking about artificial intelligence. Uh, and what I will talk from the angle of how we can teach and why we should teach soft skills to our young ones, because that's the point from which we are laying the foundation of a child. When that child is growing at the age of 4 year, 5 year, they start to understand the thing, they start to ask questions. So I think so, because one of my daughter goes to school, and when she was into early daycare center, and they were asking like, which language do you people speak with the child? And I say English. They said that a child at the age of 3, 4, 5 year, they can understand up to 5 languages. So if you want to teach them, this is the best time. Same thing goes to soft skills, that if we want to impart, if we want to teach soft skills to our young ones, I believe this is the best time to start teaching them, start training them about these human skills, about people skills, which is going to stay with them, I will say, throughout their life. Whether they will become in future a doctor or an engineer or a chartered accountant or a lawyer or a pilot or whatever they're going to become, their degree, their qualification will bring them on the table of job interview. Or maybe if their luck will work and they will perform good in the interview, they will get that job. But in order to succeed that job, in order to progress, in order to get growth and promotions and increments, their soft skills does matter. No one, all these people who are watching us today, I'm sure that no one wants to go to that very classy and very high knowledgeable and best doctor in the town if doctor is unable to listen what the people are having problems. And that's the basic thing. Again, I will say that if I have to pick one soft skill and tell that, start teaching to individuals at workplace, in school, in college, and in your home, that will be communication skills. So there is a lot of researches are done that communication skill and is very much important. And as one, I think so, her name was Nilofer, she was talking about the top skills which are recommended Though I couldn't understand 100% what she was saying, but yes, since last 4 years, LinkedIn is and World Economic Forum is continuously telling that 7 top 10 skills which everyone we should learn. Communication skill is one of them. So we cannot ignore the importance of this. Considering that we are having limited time today, and definitely there are other panelists which are going to talk about these things, I would like to tell you a bit about that at the young age, what we can teach to the students, what we can teach to our kids so that they can prepare as a better human being, as a good professionals, and overall as a package, as a good leader. Uh, I'm sure that many of you people have heard or maybe read about the book, The Global Achievement Gap. This is written by Dr. Tony Wagner, which is the co-director of Harvard Change Leadership Group. It's such a fantastic book. If anyone will get a chance to read it or listen any of his videos or from Harvard Business Reviews, any of his articles. So he mentioned that with the passage of time, all those your jobs, which are your, whether it's this white collar job or it's a blue collar job, if the job which you are doing is a repetitive task, like you keep on doing it every day, you have to do, and you have to do it in the same way as you done yesterday or day before yesterday, all these jobs are going to be replaced. So it means the jobs, like the job of an accountant, the job of maybe a salesperson, the job of a teacher, somehow artificial intelligence and digital age is going to overcome that. But still there are few skills which are going to survive, which is going to help people to survive and thrive. Those are the 7 core competencies which Dr. Tony mentioned in his book, and I would like to tell and share same thing. Though he put communication skill on number 5, but I will start and I'll say that once again, communication skill is on the top. And when I say communication skill, it's not just to teach our kids that how they have to write the alphabets and number, what is the use of the grammar and how to use and proper punctuation, how to do the good spellings and all those things. No, this is not just the communication. When I talk about the communication, it means that your message, what you want to say, when it reaches to the other person, it reaches in the same way as you want to deliver this message. And the success of communication is when you understand who is the person you are speaking, what is his background, what kind of knowledge he has. If your communication is covering all those fancy 7 C's of the communication, your message is complete, concise, concrete. So all these things, and timing is also very much important. And this is we can teach to our kids from today in our school or in our home. We can start to teach our kids that, okay, my son, my daughter, whenever you want to speak, just see that when parents and elders are free, only then try to talk with them. And when you talk to them, just focus on, because I'm living with a younger child of 4 years, so I'm continuously seeing that how many questions and how many broken words and ideas she start to speak at a time. So we can slowly and gradually start to teach them, to graduate them on this thing, that whenever you want to speak, just focus on one topic. I know that it might sound a little bit too early to say that to teach these kids, but as I said, that this is the golden age in which they can learn a lot of things. How to speak politely, how to say thank you, how to say good morning, how to appreciate if someone is helping them. So communication is one thing which is going to live with them throughout. And one more important thing in communication, that is the listening skill. Across the world, in every school, college, university, we teach our kids how to write, how to read, how to speak. Can anyone tell that any school, college, or university teach the students that how to listen, how to improve their listening skills? No. Certainly, this is something which is a gap and on which we as a parents, as a teacher, as a trainer, we should work on it. Second thing is critical thinking and problem solving, another super important skill, and I'm sure that no one can disagree. Companies nowadays, let's say if you see about the Apple, if you see about say about Microsoft or Google or Toyota or Samsung and all these companies, what kind of people do they need? They need the people who are having critical thinking skills and who are able to solve the problems. Cars, we are removing the fuel and we are putting cars or transforming them to electronic cars. Who is going to solve this problem? Who is going to have this critical thinking? So companies need to be able to continuously improve their products with the passage of time. We have seen and we are witness of all these things. And to do that things, their workers should be having critical thinking. And we can start to teach these things at our school level by giving some small piece of problems to our kids in the school, in university, or at work, at home, so that they can learn that, okay, this is my problem and how I need to generate solution of it. Collaboration is another very much important thing. A lot of people, I know that when we were growing up in late 80s, early 90s, we were just having one thought and parents were telling us that competition, 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 you have to win. Do not tell anything of what is knowledge you have to any of your other fellows, because you need to score highest marks in your class. But the time has changed. Now we are talking about CQ, collaboration quotient. Companies, organizations, they measure this thing, that who is good as a team player, who is good as a leader. So in order to build the team, in order to become a team leader, definitely the best skills which we need is how much great we are to listen our audience, to understand our other fellows, team members. They are having problems, how to address their problems, how to give solution to that problems. So collaboration, team building, and how to lead these people, this is another super important skill. One more I would like to say, that's about the agility, about adaptability. World is changing on such a fast pace that if we will not be adaptable, if we will not be agile to move with this world, definitely uh, the world will not stop. The changes will not stop. The revolution, the overall transformation of the culture, societies, workplace, no, nothing is going to wait for us. The thing is this, we have to improve, we have to change ourselves. And the ability to adapt and pick up the new skills. Again, who knew that 3 years ago, 2 years ago, that most of our work will be work from home due to the COVID situation? We will be using a lot of technology. We will be using internet. We are using cameras. We are teaching people online. We are training. We are supervising our teams online. So how quick we are, and we can make our children to understand that how quickly they should go with this fast pace of the world and changing world. So adaptability, agility is, again, I will say, is something important. And later at workplace, it's going to make a lot of difference. Organizations are continuously improving their processes, their products. They are innovating. They are bringing a lot of newness at their workplaces. So how, and the change, again, I'll say that is a super important thing, that how as an employee, as an individual, as a team leader, as a manager, as a single person in the society, how great we are to go with that changes. uh, Initiative. A lot of students I have seen that in the younger age are the kids, parents, no, don't do this thing, you don't have to talk about this thing, this is not your job, don't talk about this thing. I will suggest that let's start to encourage our children. Let's start to encourage our students. If they are asking a question, give them a question. There is no harm to trying. If they want to take any initiative, they want to do something, let them do. Because often people, when they take some initiative, uh, they like to do something, then they will invent something. Either they will fail or they will succeed. If they will fail, they will learn a lesson. They will be experienced what they have to do in the future and what they do not have to do. Or if they will succeed, then definitely it's going to be a asset for that individual as well as for that organization. Data science, analyzing data, this is another skill which is not in the baggage of everyone, but I will personally suggest to our children, to our young ones, our students, and as well as at the workplace, as we are continuously improving at our workplaces. So how to analyze the data, and based on that data, how we can make decisions, how to deal with the employees. This is, we need a really, in order to deal with our employees at workplace, I will say that we need immense amount of information on the daily basis, and how to then segregate that amount of information, which particularly information is needed to make what kind of decision, how to prioritize those things, which data or information is necessary and which can be ignored. This is another skill. And I believe that last is curiosity and about imagination, which Dr. Wagner told. And curiosity, imagination, it drives innovation. And we are seeing that we are continuously at our workplace, in our personal life, somehow we try to come up with newness, with innovative solutions of the things. Because as a human being, I will say that we are born curious, creative, imaginative. We keep on thinking. If you just start to see the clouds, we start to build a lot of things in our mind. If you sit in the home alone, we just start to see a lot of shapes on the wall, and we try to move them as our mind is going. So our imagination is very, very much strong thing. A 4-year-old child, again, because I have a daughter which is 4 years, so I will say that a 4-year-old child asks on average every day, I will say that 50, 60, hundreds of questions they ask. But with the passage of time, when they turn to 10 years, they start to understand that what makes sense. When they are 4 years, we can give them any answer just to shut their mouth, or just to make them silent. But when they grow up at the 10 year, they ask you more technical question, or they want to understand what's the logic of your answer which you are giving. And that's the beautiful thing. We should not stop our children if they are curious about anything. So I will say that there is a lot more to talk about how we can do all these things. But in today's this limited period of time, I will particularly focus on these things. And I will say that, yes, earlier is the best. We can start, and we should teach our kids, our children from the early age, how they can develop these soft skills. They will become a better human being, a good team player in the society. They will be having a good person. Uh, that's all about how we can teach soft skills to our children. We don't need to, honestly speaking, be intimidated by artificial intelligence and what is coming. The God what has given to us human brain, this is incredible. It's far more complex and more powerful than artificial intelligence. So at workplace or overall, so rather to be fearing artificial intelligence and automation and the change which is going to happen in our personal life and as well as at our workplace, we should all prepare to harness our unique human capabilities to cultivate. And what is the unique these human capabilities? That's exactly our soft skills, skills that will become all more important in coming times in our home and at our future workplaces. So thank you so much once again, everyone who was listening me, and I appreciate this opportunity from Dr. Saiful Islam and SSDC.
Thank you, Mr. Adnan Sohail. I do agree with you that we should start teaching our children soft skill in the early age. Actually, when we are early this year, I myself and Rahi Khandekar and Dr. Saiful were discussing about these things, that in our school, college, university, there is no teaching of soft skills. And this is where SSDC came. We are planning to put the soft skills in their doorsteps so that we had a very good upcoming generation. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Adnan Sohail.
Well, thank you, Adnan Sohail bhai.
Thank you very much for inviting me. It was indeed a great session, and I truly appreciate your effort and all the gentlemen, whether they are ambassadors, they're volunteer, and Mr. Rahi, and all these who contributed and who are continuously promoting soft skills, because that's the need of the time, and that's going to help people to succeed in their life. I truly appreciate it, and I'll be more than happy to contribute whenever and wherever you need me.
Thank you, Mr. Uh,
Thank you.
Saiful,
Yeah, right.
before we conclude, is there anyone has any burning question?
I have a question to Adnan Sohail sir. Can I ask it?
Yes, please.
Yeah, please.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Thank you, sir. And again, thank you for coming here and joining this wonderful session. And we are very glad to have you here. And my question is, I was hearing your speech, and in the entire speech, one part you have mentioned that uh, we have different issues and different learning sources where we can learn our soft skills. And one question is coming from my mind that a university isn't a great place where we have been learning our soft skills perfectly, and maybe some drop and downs, and maybe it's not a perfect place where we taught this type of techniques so that we can improve our technical thinking or any different type of soft skills. And but I want to make it false. I want it to make us kind of think that we can easily make it better for our great source to improve our soft skills from universities. And my goal is to say that how can we make our universities a great source uh, as a soft skills provider? And could you please tell us about something that how can we get that like that?
Right. Thank you for this great question. It's going to have a multiple parts, but I'll try to give few of the answer right now here. First of all, learning a soft skills, this is not just the responsibility of student. This starts from home. It is first of all because these are the social skills, these are people skills, these are the behavioral skills. So when someone reaches to university, possibly it's already a person is 17 years old or 18 years old, means already the foundation from where he could learn how that could be great as a human being, that's already has developed. So I think so before reaching to university, this is the job of parents, and then the school. School is the great place. I myself working with a couple of other teachers in Pakistan and some other places where we are trying to incorporate some sessions at the school level, like public speaking, communication skills, and collaboration. These are the skills to teach children at the very young age. And then as they will keep on growing, there are a lot of resources, like YouTube is full of with a lot of videos talking about different soft skills. You may get any books online, but the best thing is to practice it. My motto of my training programs is not to go in front of people and just to talk about some fancy words, but I literally talk about those things which once the session is over, people right from that moment should be able to apply in their life and try to learn and try to enjoy that skills, try to practice those. So the thing is this: communication, collaboration, empathy, teamwork, these are all skills which you can start to practice from the day one. There is no rocket science that you really have to learn. Now, when we're talking about the part of universities, universities are most of the time, they are focusing on the technical knowledge. They are imparting technical knowledge about accountancy, finance, economics, mathematics, statistics, and now computer sciences and all these things. Yes, they are lacking on these things, but I have seen that a lot of international universities, they have got their executive education departments also, which are preparing their students during the summertime or once their term is over. They are giving them some courses, or maybe they are having some online portal where they are putting 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 45 minutes, some courses which their alumni and their students can attend it. So I think so what universities can do, it could be a huge debate, and this is not something in our control. I personally and strongly believe that we should talk and work on those things which are controllable. Now, Corona, COVID-19, economies are suffering. These are not the things in our control. So instead of just wasting our time to talk and keep on talking about those things, what we can do, how we can become more adaptable, agile, what we can learn more in order to progress and prepare ourselves how to go through this crisis situation. So I will suggest to talk and focus on controllable factors and learn skills by yourself. You may attend some courses, programs like SSDC kind of platforms. They are doing amazing things. So what you have learned from today's this session, start practicing it. If you will not practice this is going to be useless for you. I hope this was the answer of your question.
Thank you, sir, for your best answer. And keep well, take care, and I hope you will be joining us as you wish.
Sure, I would love to.
Okay, anybody has any other question? It was very interesting and very inspiring session, I think. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.